Hey everybody, Stinger here with a special message, a special thank you to the best Italian wrestling podcast. That's right, the best Italian wrestling podcast called Pro Wrestling Culture. Specifically, thank you to Aldo Fiadoni, all right? Aldo, awesome job, man. I guess you and I met in New York in 2019. And there were some tears shed there. Man, I love that. I love that. You know what? Real men can cry, bro. Let me tell you something. Man, means a lot that you watch. Means a lot that this podcast is happening. And the pro wrestling culture appreciates Aldo Fiadoni. So be watching there. It's going to be showtime. And tune in to the podcast, Pro Wrestling Culture, because it's always showtime there from the Stinger.
Questo programma non è soggetto a infezioni. It's showtime.
Episode of Pro Wrestling Culture. My name, the real Messiah, Aldo Fiadone, and here with me, the undisputed, unified World Heavyweight Champion of WXW and the European Pro Wrestling EPW World Heavyweight Champion, ladies and gentlemen, Tristan Archer. Hi, Tristan.
Hi, hello everybody.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm all good. It's a cool afternoon for me.
Here with us, Tristan, my special friend, the professor, Matteo Pagliarella. Hi, Prof.
Hi, Aldo, and hi, Tristan. Welcome to the Pro Wrestling Culture.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Okay, Tristan, you are a two-time WXW World Unified Champion, and you won the first title against Axel Tischer, okay? And last week, in the 11th September show of the Italian Wrestling Association, you and Axel were in the show when you won the EPW World Heavyweight Championship and Axel in the main event against Karim Brigante and Flavio Augusto for the IWA Championship. I think after all of these years, you are a veteran for the indie scenario, in particular in Germany for the WXW. What do you feel about it?
About being a veteran?
Yes, a veteran.
Yes.
A veteran and an icon.
An icon. I don't know if I'm an icon, a veteran for sure. Like, I've been doing this for almost 30 years now. 13 years is it's quite long. So yeah, my body feeling it. My mind is still cool, but my body is like really feeling it right now. But I've been able to see some of the youngers grow up and become very good. And it's a very, like, for me, it's a very important point to see the new generation working really hard and trying to be better than us, better than the veteran, because it makes the product a lot better. Like, they don't take this lightly. They put all their art into it. And I've been in EPW, I don't know, maybe 3-4 years ago, maybe 5. and everybody make a big step up there. Like in Italia, everybody is really, really good at the moment. It's really crazy. For example, Akira, you know, yeah, we went to Japan. He went to NGPW, get the title. He worked for WXW also. He's really, really good. So many guys over there that grow up so much and so fast in the past year. It's really cool.
And you are the EPW World Champion, like Austin Harris, like Francesco Akira, Fabio Ferrari, John Morrison, a special palmarès for the federation. And in this moment, you carried this company. So, what's the next step inside the EPW for you?
The next step is to beat up everyone on my way. That's all. Like, try to keep the title as long as possible and try to give the people the best match every time. It's something I really focus on. It's maybe not, some people try to give the best performance and try to be like the perfect timing, perfect whatever. Or as I try to be like very smooth and very like, perfect timing and stuff. But it's also working with the people, making the people remember something from the match. Because of the new generation, it's, I think, one of the only weakness of the new generation. They're very athletics, very good in the ring, but they focus on that. And they're kind of doing the same matches all the time. Like if you take example of Johnny Gargano against Ciampa, it's done really good matches. Like the match were really good quality, but I don't remember any of the spots, like any of the moment. The only moment I remember is them after the Cruiserweight CLassic matches, sit back to back and hug each other's, like moments. And I really try to make the people remember that every APW championship match is going to be like a moment, something epic.
Okay. Many rumors said D3, Daniele Dentice d'Arcadia, won a title shot for the EPW World Championship last May in Rome, always for the EPW show. And many rumors said in November we can have this match, the EPW champion against D3. So I don't know if this match will happen, but what do you think about D3? Because he's Italian and he showed up in many main shows like AEW Dark, Monday Night Raw, NXT, just like you, because you were in NXT UK.
I think he's doing great. I mean, like when you're able to do all that show, you have to be somebody in a ring. You know what I mean? I don't think he got the contact. I don't think he's friend with everyone over there. So it's only his artwork that put him on those shows. So it's somebody I need to take seriously and not lightly at all. So I'm really happy that he's number one contender for November. Unfortunately, I will not be there because I have a tour in Canada. So it might be on the January show. So I don't know if it's a spoiler or not for you, because I don't know what the people like in the APW direction said about it. But I just got those 3 dates in Canada for Smash and WXW like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I will be there. I will be in Canada, but I will be back in January for sure. So see you in January for sure.
In January, yes. Okay. And in your career, you won many titles in Europe, also in Hungarian and for the All Stars Pro Wrestling, right?
Yes.
Okay. I think you are a real belt collector in European and in this scenario. Have you another goal for your career right now? Because we know we have over the top wrestling in Ireland, Progress and Rev Pro in England. So, have you any goal for this?
Not that much goal, you know. Like when I was a kid, I grew up in a city with like 100 people, 120 people, a very small city. In the country yard in France, very, very small city. All my friends, like, I don't say they don't realize their dream, but they kind of not realize their dream. You know, they want to be like soccer player or want to be like a lawyer or whatever, and nothing of that happened. And I grew up with a dream of becoming a pro wrestler and work for WWE. So I did it in 2016. I worked for WWE Cruiserweight CLassic, and like I finalized my dream. Like it was like huge for me. Nothing could have been bigger than this for me. So since that day, I think my goal is just to stay in the indie or in the wrestling world in any kind of way as long as possible. This is what's bring me to life. You know, like every weekend being on the road, wrestling in front of people, you know, met new people, met new fans, and like this life for me is dream. So my goal is to be there as long as possible.
Absolutely. And can you tell us more about your experience in WWE and if you think one day will happen again? So for the NXT Europe, for example.
I have no clue for NXT Europe, and I think nobody has any clue for the moment. Maybe few people. So never say never. I would be happy to be back with WB, helping them, you know, because I think they will bring like new generation guys to build them up to the top, and they might need like veterans like me to help them, you know, to put veterans like me against the young guys to make them grow up as fast as possible. So would be very happy to be there and help them up. And working for WWE is something really cool. I mean, I'm used to work in factories since I'm like 15. But like I said, like I live in a very small city. My parents doesn't have that much money, so I have to. So every holidays, during my student time, I was working in factory, and I was like, I'm very into mathematics. So I love when everything is in time. I love when you know what you have to do and like everything is clear, all the rules are clear. And working for WB is kind of the same. It's a very big industry, and it works like a factory. So they send you a paper, they tell you need to be there at 8 in this kind of gear. 8:30, you're going to go to the medical team in that kind of gear. And then, I don't know, 9:15, you go there with this, and this. And then 10, you need to be there with those guys and this and this and this. For me, it's like perfect, you know, like there's no space for mistake. And you know, I really like that. I know some people doesn't like that. They like a little bit of freedom and stuff like that. But for me, it's perfect, like for real.
Thank you. Huge answer. Matteo, it's time for your questions.
Okay, so Tristan, you came in Italy 2 times. Last time in IWA and the EPW show, and the first time maybe three years ago, also for IWA, and we saw a good Frenchman and a bad Frenchman. So, what you like? You prefer be a face man or be a heel man?
It depends. Like I really enjoy being heel, especially in Germany. But sometimes the people are so into you that it's really hard to be heel. For example, when I wrestle in France, in Paris, the people are really, really behind me. I can kick people in the balls. I can smash the ref with a steel chair or a belt. They're gonna pop that. it's like it's killing the kayfabe.